Hello and welcome back to the Super Bonus Round. I had just beat the Hilltop Mausoleum, and we got done telling some stories. Some, pretty fucking weird stories.
Yeah. I asked my friend if she could give me more freaky stories, and she said she'll have to get back to me. I just texted her a little while ago.
Okay, so now I gotta drop down there. Because there's a little secret over here. So we just got done telling the story about... it was another session ago. I think I was telling the story about the fanfiction nutcases.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I have any more because I have not heard from those people in forever. Not since that rapping song and the... I just haven't heard from those people anymore. I don't even know if they still watch my... they've been watching me since my cartoon days, and then after I went to college, I became less and less active on DeviantArt.
Ugh, DeviantArt.
Do you have any other stories?
I mean, I remember the time where I used to like edit people's fanfiction like quality, and like I would usually get stuff that was like there was stuff that was actually good, and then I would get stuff that was like really shitty.
All right, hold on a second. This is gonna bother me forever. Thank you. Yeah, if I'm gonna speed run this, I have to have the analog controls on. Anyway, continue.
There was one Avatar: The Last Airbender fanfic that stands out. It was a slash fic, so it was pairing two of the same gendered characters in a relationship. It was between Sokka and Zuko, and
Sako.
which is actually I actually don't mind that pairing.
I actually had a friend who got into an argument with me over the pairing of Toph and Zuko, and she called it Tuko. I'm like, Toko. I'm like, it's not pronounced Toph. Like, it's Taco. And, like, look, if I'm gonna get behind that pairing, you're gonna call it Taco, because that's fucking funny. No, but she insisted on Toko. Anyway, continue.
So anyways, like, it was, like... I mean, it wasn't terrible, but my biggest issue was they made Iroh, like, homophobic.
Oh!
Yeah, and I, like, after that point, I just could kind of stop reading it, and I was just like, I can't be your editor anymore.
Zuko, I love you, but you cannot be messing around with them gays.
Like, Iroh is, like, the last person that I can imagine would be homophobic
exactly.
or anything.
He was literally down to earth, the best character in the show.
Like,
somebody I would have sipped tea with, and I'm not a big tea fan. I'm a big iced tea fan. But
I mean, I have yet to meet an Avatar fan who like did not like Uncle Iroh because he's like the best character.
Yeah.
And then when he showed up in Legend of Korra, I like freaked out.
Yeah, I was in a room full of people, and we all just, when that episode aired in college, and we all screamed. That was fun.
Yeah.
Oh, for our viewers that have never played MediEvil, no, I am not replaying the first level over again. It is the same map to up to a T. The level's called Return to the Graveyard. You have to go to the. If you all remember that big door from last time, we're going in there. So like this part's closed off now. So I'm gonna go get some health, and go out into the second half of the graveyard, and then after this level, we leave the graveyard. We go into the rest of the country.
What's this main character's name again?
Sir Daniel Fortescue.
So
he was the captain of the Royal Guard, but he only got that position because he's the king's croquet buddy.
Wow.
They didn't say it in the narration for this game, but in the remake, they say a lot of the characters point out that he was his croquet buddy, and that's the only reason he got the position. Because he's very cowardly, and he's not very strong either. I mean, if you remember from the opening cutscene, he gets shot in the eye, and then throughout his decomposition process, he lost his jaw too.
Well, that's not really like something that, you know, if you're strong, you're not going to be like, oh, well, I'm not going to decompose. Like,
I know, but like I do love the story behind like eventually you'll meet the king again, like his spirit, and then he'll ask him what happened to his jaw, and I won't ruin that scene for you. That's a ways away from now, but we'll get to that. But we'll soon be exiting the graveyard, and we'll be dealing with the people and the other spirits outside this realm. Okay, so I have the skull key from werewolves.
Or if this was Fable, they'd be called Balverines. God, those things are terrifying in Fable 2. Oh my god.
I thought you were talking about these things. These things, they're not scary now, but when I was little, I used to have an irrational fear of wolves.
Oh my god. I remember going through one area in Fable 2. It was like, the ruins of the original village of the first game. And like it was dark and it was creepy and like shit would just pop out of nowhere at you. Like,
if I had an Xbox, I'd say we could play Fable, but I don't have an Xbox.
I remember my friend like who insisted that I play Fable would not help me. He was just like, nope. So you got to figure out your way throughout this game by yourself. I mean, he would give me advice, but like he wouldn't tell me where things were.
Yeah, I had a moment like that. Like there was this old PS1 game I rented called The Jersey Devil, and I don't remember it very much anymore. But there was a part with like these they were like werewolf or lichen kind of characters. They were running after me. I got so fucking scared I shut the game off. I never played it again.
Well, I remember when I played Ocarina of Time for the Nintendo 64 when I was a kid. Like, I did not like the Shadow Temple. It freaked me out.
Oh, when I was younger, the moblins in the maze in the forest temple used to scare me. They kind of still do, actually.
Well, I mean, yeah, because like especially the ones that like charge at you, because you can't fight them.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Those things.
But yeah, like
Oh, this is always fun. No! Get behind the rock! Get behind the rock! You could probably guess what I'm trying to do.
What?
Get behind the rock! Oh well. So much for that. Yeah, you can push them into the water. They make it sound all goopy, but I guess that's to like, imply to the gamer that like you should not go in there. Dan cannot swim. And he cannot.
What was it with like PS1 era like games and like the main character not being able to swim?
They probably couldn't program swimming physics just yet. Like in the first Spyro game, it's like that, but in Spyro 2 and 3, you do get the ability to swim.
Yeah. I always kind of just hand-waved the whole fact that Spyro couldn't swim. Like, well, he's a fire-breathing dragon.
Yeah, you cannot breathe fire underwater unless you have that supercharged power-up, which doesn't make sense. But like normal breathing, like if you hit the button, just nothing happens. He does the animation for spitting and nothing happens.
We should play the Spyro games.
We should play the Spyro games because our namesake is named after the completion bonus in Spyro 3. We will definitely get to that. We might play that with Rich though, because Rich and I both have a deep love for Spyro.
Did they ever release Spyro like an HD collection?
No, but I hope they do if the Crash one does well. Yeah, any of those of you that are waiting for us to play Crash Bandicoot, I did play Crash Team Racing with Rich. I don't know if that episode's going up before or after this one, but it is coming. But the Crash Bandicoot trilogy, I was going to do, and then there's a big rumor going around right now, as of this recording anyway, that the Insane trilogy for PS4 is going to be coming out February 28th. So then, and it's the end of January now as I'm recording this. So when that comes out, I will play the Insane trilogy like all the way through. Probably blind too. I'll probably just play it like right as in our next session as it comes out.
There was Spyro 1, 2, and 3, and those were on the PS1, right?
Yeah, they were on the PS1.
Was there ever any other Spyro games? Because I think
yes, and most of them are not good, especially Enter the Dragonfly. The Dragonfly is the worst one.
Wasn't there one on the Xbox?
Yeah, there was like a reboot trilogy called Legend of Spyro where they tried to like add like combat and like a deep, dark, kind of darker story, and they had like celebrities as the cast. Like Elijah Wood was the voice of Spyro.
Yeah, I remember that.
And Gary Oldman was Ignis or something. And Sparks' voice kept changing from David Spade to Wayne Brady to I don't understand that. For me, my Spyro is Tom Kenny. I didn't even like the original Spyro's voice. Carlos Alazraqui, like he's a great voice actor, but the nasally voice for Spyro did not suit him. I liked Spyro that Spyro had a copy.
I did not know that Carlos Alescrazi and Tom Kenny were the voices of Spyro.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
In fact, in Spyro 2, which came out before I think SpongeBob even aired, like he voices some NPCs who use the SpongeBob voice, and that game came out I think around the time SpongeBob was coming out.
Tom Kenny is truly like a god of voice actors.
Yeah, prepare to the battle of the Guardians of the Graveyard. I don't like this boss. It's just dumb. Remember how I was complaining about the repetitiveness of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers game? Mm-hmm. The fight is literally just this. The only thing I don't like about this game, this fight. I don't remember if the remake improved on this. I think it was literally the same thing.
Oh, there are games where I want to replay them, but then I get to a certain part and I'm just like, I can't stand this part. Like, for anyone who's ever played Earthbound,
I'm sure.
There's one area that I absolutely hate in Moonside. I fucking hate Moonside. I can't stand it. Like, basically,
there are more people that have played Earthbound than have played this, so I think a lot of people will know what you're talking about.
Well, no. What happens in Moonside is before you get to Moonside, you're in the city called Fourside, and
which is a stage in Melee.
The villain basically takes your mage away. He takes Paula away.
The evil guardians of the graveyard have been vanquished. You have claimed the daring dash ability. Use it well, Serdan. Yes. I love this ability.
But yeah, like, he basically takes your biggest DPS character away, and so you're stuck with the character who can't use any psychic powers, a Ness. And you're just fighting all these crazy enemies, and it's just, oh my god, it's just a nightmare.
Alright, let's see what the asshole gargoyle has to say.
All has changed outside the necropolis. Paths go this way, paths go that way. Nasty, painful death waits round every turn and over every hill. Bon voyage.
Yeah, so after this, like there's branching paths. Like there are different levels that go different ways, but it's like 100% the game. You have to do them all.
I kind of had a feeling.
All right, well, in the next super bonus round, we're gonna go to those levels. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Bye.